I just beat up a lot of children in chess. And in this video, you're gonna see all my games from the Chess Kid versus Streamers battle tournament. It was a friendly match. I was on a team with Gotham Chess, Anna Kramling, and Grandmaster Arturs Nixons, and we were up against a very talented team of juniors. There was Tani, there was Brewington, there was Megan Paragua, and there was Alice Lee, who was fresh off drawing Hikaru in the Pro Chess League just a few days ago. It was a double round robin format, so I played every kid with white and with black, and I had a really unexpected result, which you'll see what I mean if you watch the whole video. Now, a couple things to note. I did have a really bad headache throughout the stream, so if you see me like grasping my head, I was in some pain. There was also some video lag issues. I think my PC had a hard time supporting the Zoom call that just had so much talent on it. So please forgive it, and I hope the chess makes up for it. And yeah, enjoy. Oh, it's starting. Okay. I'm giving small timeouts. Not realize it started. Here we go. Okay. Layout should be okay, I hope. All right, first game against Tani. This is already a pleasant line for white. Knight g5. Going after this pawn. My d knight e4 as well. I've had this position before. Okay, not the worst thing ever to give some time odds. Up on time now. Bishop c4 now. Might see knight d8. Knight d8, knight e4? Maybe just castling. Castling queenside looks nice. Knight d8. Yeah, I actually had an over-the-board game, in a very similar line recently. Played the rapid quad at the St. Louis Chess Club a few days ago. But in that game, there was a bishop on e7, pawn back on a7. It's castle. Bishop e6, takes. Wait a minute. What's the idea here? b6. I also have knight e4. Castle, bishop e6 takes, pawn takes. And probably queen e4 there. Looks nice. Also, bishop e6, I could play queen e4 immediately. It's a dream position. Everything's developed. D-pawn's a bit weak, and then e4 is a threat. The calculation is bishop e6. I think just queen. Oh, bishop f5. Okay, so what happens if I take? I still have knight e4. Um, I'm just trying to stay focused here. If queen e6, I just take and then win d6. And then go to some endgame up a pawn. Okay. Can I take on d6 with a rook? And then rook. Uh, calculate. Looks really good. So the point is after bishop takes rook, I have rook d1. In many cases, I win the queen. I think black has to take. Everything else is just losing. So if king c7, I take, and then queen e7. The queen would be pinned. Okay. So I take. I'm down the full rook here, so I do have to be careful. On h7. Take on d6, and then just take on h7. Eventually, I'll take on d6 and probably end up winning the g7 pawn. And it'll be queen and like a few pawns for 2 rooks. Okay, time's ticking down. Well, time is a little bit laggy, but okay. I have plenty of time. Now I can take. Let's take on c5. I'm gonna win one of the rooks. Nice symmetry here. Okay. I'm not gonna get swept. I was scared like that I might go into this and lose all my games, but I mean, really, he just walked into like kind of a offbeat opening trick. this knight c3 line, and yeah, it wasn't easy for black to recover. So, okay, focus here. Let's avoid the Rossolimo, the e6. We did play over the board at Chicago Open. I feel like he also played this line. It's a tricky variation. I think bishop e3 is like the trendy move. I did have this line in Reykjavik when like bishop e3 takes knight d5. Yeah, this is also a line. Line goes, and this is theory, but king d8 and then bishop f4, knight e4. It's been a while since I looked at this. But I mean, knight e4 is like the last move of preparation that I remember. And it's supposed to equalize. f2 is attacked. If white queenside castles, then f2 becomes very weak. King e7. Maybe knight d4. You can't complain with this. It's going to be a more like positional queenless middle game. Already starting to head towards endgame. Up on time too. Yeah, maybe he's calculating knight c7, rook b8. I don't think it leads to much though. Also, I could take on f2 first. Bishop e3, okay. We'll probably take an a6. a6, knight d4, bishop d7. And time management is good. What to do here? I'm kind of rook c8. I want to play e5. It doesn't quite work. Rook c8 looks natural. e4 might be coming. Some idea to play this and then this. Covering e4, knight g4. Takes h3, knight f6, e5. Knight d5, knight g5. Maybe it's worth playing this move. This is hard to prevent e5. Although, am I really scared of that? Let's see, knight g5, knight g4. h3 I have knight e5, so takes, h3, knight f6, e5, knight d7. Knight g5, rook c8. It's okay for me, actually. So again, the calculation is takes, h3, knight f6. It seems like I waste a couple tempi, but it's worth getting the bishop to c6. I'll be attacking the pawn, e5, and then knight d7. He goes for rook e1. I really want to play e5. f6. You just rook d8. Move the pieces. Yeah, the knight will reroute. I want to keep it very positional. He's like beast when it comes to tactics. Realizing there's a small issue here. Although maybe that's not a huge concern. I'm threatening this. If knight d2 I can take. Get the undefended bishop. I was worried about the knight coming to d6. But it's hard to get there. Because there's this maneuver, but would leave the bishop as a target. Or knight c5. You start with bishop. Bishop d5 looks logical. Tickling the pawn. Maybe some b5, b4 ideas. I don't know what to do, so it's kind of just a waiting move. No longer have to worry about bishop takes h7. White's tied down to the pawn. The logical move. Let's go for... Maybe it's too committal. Rook c7. Or rook c5. Trying to just pressure this pawn. So one idea is b5, bishop b7 to attack. Bishop doesn't have a great square. I mean, bishop a2 is one way to attack the pawn. It seems too artificial. I'll play this. Just freeing up the square for the bishop. Bishop b7. Or bishop c4. Maybe bishop c4 first. Oh, I have to watch out for knight c6 ideas. Rook b8. Really have to watch out for counterplay. Rook b8 maybe makes the most sense. B file could be useful. Falling below 10 seconds. Bishop a4 is maybe a threat. a4 I have rook b7. d3 is weak. Knight d3 is a threat. Knight d3 first. Ooh. Am I winning a piece? Maybe not. Rook g5. 5 looks nice. Okay. He resigned. Okay. Overall, I think it was a smooth game. I'm gonna get some more water, but that's as good of a start I could have asked for. This is a Chess Kid broadcast. Shout out to James Canty and Jesse Kraai. Oh, it's 5-3. Okay, so we're up by 2. Okay, so that's a good start for us. Here we go. E4 it is. Yeah, I saw he's played this before, like f3 and queen d2. Bishop c4 is like the main line though. Ooh, this is okay. This might be some like weird Gambit type line. Um, yeah, I'm actually not familiar with this. Takes, rook b8. Looks playable. I'm not experienced enough with the accelerated dragon to like know the theory, but I know how to not get checkmated immediately. So I think the goal is to play bishop b7 and like target the pawns. G2, b2, and e5 are all potential weaknesses. Not sure what to expect. Be castling. b2 is a bit poisonous though, because bishop b3. So let's start with this. And queen c5. What am I doing here? Okay, queen c5, I have rook c8, queen a7, bishop g2, I think. It's still tricky. But it's nice having initiative. Oh, it looks like he doesn't have the best internet connection. Oops, what did I do? Wait, how do I get rid of the... There we go. Don't want to break. Want to break anything. Bishop takes e5. I have two center pawns. Really want to do things against the king. I mean, b2 is hanging. Play this. And queen c7. Queen c7 will have the triple threat of this, and also bishop g2, hitting a7. Okay, I could take on h2. Go into the endgame. Off the card bishops. Hmm. I'm thinking bishop b8. Like a really tricky move. I should probably just win back material. One disconnected. Wait, I can just play. Wait, what's happening? Opponent reconnected. Okay. Realizing g3, I might have queen c6. There's no need though. I should just take the bishop. Yeah, most of my pawns haven't moved yet. All of white's pawns haven't moved yet. I'm probably choosing between this, and this. Maybe this. Oh, there's a calculation. This, and then this. But then I have f6. And if takes, I just take the bishop. Okay, that's kind of fortunate. Okay. This is a nice square for the bishop. Because then I can follow up with d5. It's just a wooden shield.
That's called a wooden shield. It's the wooden shield. Look. Bing. No. Bing. Bang. Pow. Bing. Boom. Quad. That's the wooden shield.
Yeah, opposite color bishops sometimes have a drawish tendency, but it's a 3-result game. Like, a lot can happen here because the structure is so imbalanced. I have the kingside pawns, white has the queenside pawns. Let's start with this. I think I'll just, oops, not mouse slip. I have to be really careful. Wasn't sure there. The king really wants to come in. Probably to c4. There's this move. Maybe this first. Also play rook h3. Wow. We'll play this. It's getting a little bit risky though. Ready to play h5. Ooh. Wow. Play d5. King d5. h5. Gonna be a fight for the g file. I see I have this rook g4 idea. Looks nice. Rook g3, rook g4 is critical. Alright, he's controlling h8. This move? Yeah, the bishop stops all the pawns. h4? There. h4 works. They win the bishop. Still tricky though. It's safest to take. Okay, he disconnected, but final position is winning. Is take on c3 and take on f4. Okay. I was fortunate there. I think h4 is a nice kind of breakthrough move. Okay. New game? Yeah, last time we okay, c5. Let's play this. Play the most principled approach. f5. I used to play this. What's the line? Knight c3. What is the line? Bishop g5. I know there's e4 takes and then g4. There's a game between Yasser Seirawan and Mama Diarov. I went something like this. I went through a phase of playing this line as black back when I was in FM. But actually, the opening I used as black to get my IM title. It's really interesting. A lot of players don't know how to deal with it. I'm pretty sure Mama Diarov played d6 and then Yasser played h3. But g5 might also be a move. Or wait, how did it go? Maybe g6 is the move here. I'm forgetting. Yeah, I mean, this is one of like the most critical lines, I think, against this opening. They call this a Muhana formation. I just call this a Benoni Dutch. c5, f5.
I think me and Alice have already played 2 games. I'm a little confused.
Unexpected Anna Crowling.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I think like he challenged me instead of
How do
like
I mute?
having the like automatic pairing, and I accepted it before that automatic pairing, but then like after it started, the automatic pairing happened. Like after the
Sorry
second
about
game
that.
ended.
I don't know how to mute. What's up, Anna? I'm muted on the Zoom call, which is good. Thankfully, it wasn't too distracting. I am still in some opening prep, but okay. So g6. Play bishop g2. I know g5. Let's play bishop g2. Idea is to eventually win back the pawn. Okay. And take right away. I think h3. I remember Yasser like giving a lecture about his game and really being proud of h3. Like very slow, patient play, very methodical. Like the way in which Yasser talks. And eventually the pawn will be won back. Yeah, it looks like Brewmaster is having some connection issues. I keep getting these messages. This is still a fight. Like Black's managed to develop and get an okay position. I'll probably take an e4, making way for the c pawn potentially. I'll probably end up casting kingside. I don't know if I want to play c4. c4, b5. If I take... I like the prospect of taking more. And there's pawn takes. Also f5 takes. Let's go for this. Yeah, f5 is coming. I think the plan is just to take b5. Oh, he wants to attack the pawn. Not sure how great this position is. f4. Bishop f4, queen d2. 5 take. Maybe c3. I'm just scared about f5 attacking the b2 pawn. It is a little bit slow, but trying to be solid. I just want to get a setup with queen d2, rook a d1, probably rook e1. Maybe eventually knight e4. And d6 could be a weakness. Okay, gonna try and pressure the clock too. Queen d7. I play knight e4. I just go for rook e1. Now if ever f5, I have g5. Maybe some simple idea like rook e2, rook e1. Try and get rook e7 eventually. Yeah, I want to play c4, f5, or b1, bishop a6. Take on f5, take on c4. Actually looks okay. Trying to clamp down. f5, I could even take on f5 first. Back the exchange. Okay, 94. Rook b6. Oh. There's a line knight c5 and then d6. Well, it's almost working. Hmm. I'll play queen g3. There's a trick coming up. Rook b8, I take on c5. There's that move. Wow. Rook c3. There we go. That was my trick. Not over though. Rook b3. I'll have to take. Okay. Okay, staying clean. Thank you, Mr. Alex Goot. Appreciate the raid. Yeah, if you're just joining, I've played 4 games so far. There's 4 more to go. I think I've managed to get by. I don't know who I was most scared of going into today. Maybe Alice Lee is the one to fear. But I was scared like playing against Tani and Brewington. I mean, I think I managed to almost every game I managed to like get a comfortable position from the opening. And that's made a pretty big difference. Wait, who is this? I think this is Megan. It actually makes a difference. Wait, let me check who this is. Yeah, this is Megan. Okay. Because I did some prep for Alice. Back to emote only mode. Alright, so we have a London. Yeah, that was not much of a break. Okay. Okay. So we have the same position. Okay, slightly different line I had against Tani. Let's take... Yeah, this is a solid line against the London. Bishop d3. I know there's cases where white can play like c4. Here it makes sense to play c3. a4. Some idea knight c4 eventually. And it's a very typical London setup. Black has a typical hedgehog setup. Play this. Might see knight d5. I am targeting b6. B5. Move back. B4 I have c4. Doing well on time. I've played this structure many times before. Actually, I first started playing the structure from the black side. I found it to be annoying. But what to do here? Queen c2. Maybe knight e4? Centralize? Not really scared of f5. Some idea to play queen a3 and target the pawn, but pawn is pretty well defended. Every game I've been able to apply pressure on the clock. Usually it's the other way around where I'm getting into time trouble. That's another reason why openings are so important for like blitz and rapid. Get the early time advantage and save time for later. But I'm thinking queen c2. Simple move. Apply a bit of pressure. Maybe some idea to play knight eg5 or knight fg5. Ooh, we do see f5. I mean, knight g5 looks appealing. Because I'm threatening to take in d5, or take and then play bishop takes f5. The pawn is a bit tender here. And there is bishop takes knight, but then other knight comes in. I guess there's takes and rook e8. Trying to calculate that. There's a line where I take on e6. And then play queen e3. So let's calculate. So takes rook e8, knight e6, rook e6, queen b3. Hitting the bishop. And also threatening this, and ideas of this. Yeah, it looks like there's just too much fun for white. Let's still go for the thing. Not super simple, but I'll still go for it. F5 is no longer capturable. E5 is possible. There's this move. It could get very crazy. Knight d4 could be kind of annoying. There's that move too, so I have to take. All right, how to do this? I want to play bishop c4, d5, bishop a2. Actually, d5, there's knight e5. Some tactics. I might as well throw in knight e5. The material's equal, but the center's opening looks really close to being really good. I have queen d2, bishop f6, and win h7. Okay. Oh, wait, no. There's queen g7. Let's start with queen d2. Just a lot of pressure on Lac. Try and keep applying it. I forgot about this move. I mean, I might be able to take in 96. Take here. Threatening mate in 1. And queen g7 runs into bishop d6. So this looks really, really good. Yeah, this is also force mate. Okay. So still staying clean. I don't know if I checked her white openings. I'm trying to remember. I guess I'll find out shortly. Game will start momentarily. Canty called me dirty. I don't think I've done like too many dirty tricks today. It's been a lot of like nice positional buildups or nice endgame conversions, nice opening prep. But maybe at some point I'll have to resort to dirtiness. If I play a Stafford, let's stay away from the Stafford. Gotta keep it PG. Let's play this. Okay, we have a Rossolimo. I should have done my preparation here. Yeah, we'll see how much she is prepared for me. A6 and B5 coming. I think D5 is a move. The idea would be to take with queen. If E5, I might even consider on D4. Especially having lights for bishop. Okay, this has to be some opening success. If white's not playing D4. I want to go for like B5, bishop B7. And then later in the middle game, target D3. E3. Castle. Assume b3 intends to develop the bishop and hit my queen. Play queen f5. Keeping an eye on d3. I'm actually threatening bishop f6 to trap the rook. I like the position. Bishop pair, better structure. Rook d8 is probably coming next. I assume bishop e2 will be played. A bishop e2, rook d8, and then rook e3, and maybe even knight b4. Go straight for the pawn. But then knight e5. Yeah, white might hold on to it. But there's also like this, and then b5. Bishop develops. Looks very pleasant. Okay. It's hard to remove the queen from f5 too. The knight's restricted by the bishop, covering e5. Yeah, assuming rook e3, I think I go for b5. I didn't want to calculate like this. I want to develop my final piece. Like so far, my knights for bishop has been my worst piece, but very soon it can be one of my best pieces. I'm calculating 95. I think it's all okay though. We trade queen g6. I'll be threatening mate. Queen e2 does allow for knight d2 and the pawn's defended. Maybe something like queen g6 here. I'm just beginning to organize something. I'm realizing there is this move. Although knight e1, I have knight d4. Threatening the queen and mate. Knight e4 is a good move. I think completely what I want. I have knight b4. That's not so simple. I'm gonna play f5. Seems very anti-positional though. take. H5, H4. Seems a little bit wild, but I just want to prevent rook G3 in a lot of cases. Might even open up ideas of pawn H3. But this is more of a prophylactic idea than an attacking idea. I think I should play pawn b4. Like, not allow the c file to open. It does prevent me from playing knight b4, but what to do? Maybe there's ideas of pushing the a pawn. Okay, have to take. H4. Well, this is the prophylaxis. I think the simple plan is to double up. I mean, f5, bishop g5 is almost working. Let's just double up. Wait, I'm smelling tactics. Bishop g5. f4 I can take, because I'm threatening mate. Do I leave the rook hanging? Maybe it makes sense. There. Take. I really just want to convert smoothly. There's no need. Let's play this. So queen c5, I have bishop f3. Bishop g5 is a threat. Maybe just this for good measure. I can take. It's still not over. This move. I like the structure now. The d3 is forever backwards. Play this. Wait a minute. I can take on e4. Oh no, my queen. It's only very temporary. How do I break through? This move? Huh. Okay, there we go. Okay. I think that was another solid game. I wasn't happy to see the Rossolimo, but I got a pretty comfortable position. I think the main line is bishop f1. Like white should keep the light square bishop and then in many cases go for c3, d4. Oh, Levy's beating Alice. Look at this. Let's go, Levy! Oh, it's such a happy face. Levy's so strong. I don't think I've ever played Alice Lee. Like, we definitely haven't played over the board. I mean, she's been to St. Louis a lot, but usually for, like, US Women's Championship or these high-level norm events. I couldn't find too many games where she plays against London, so that will kind of be a wild card. I'm gonna stick with London though. It's been working out today. Okay, final round starting. Emote only mode. Here we go. Okay. Okay, here we go. Now, because my earbuds are out. Yeah, this is one of the lines I was expecting. I'm curious if she did any prep for me. I mean, I'll find out soon. Expecting H3. Yeah. There's a good chance she checked this. It's good to see her thinking here. Because if she had 2 more moves of preparation, it could be annoying. Okay, with this line, I'm supposed to play knight h5? Not quite remembering though. Knight h5 has some logic to it. Yeah, we do get a Carlsbad structure. This could get positional. For this. Knight usually likes to come to c4, but it's very far away. e4, wow. I have knight f4. Looks like in most cases I do remove the bishop. I mean, black is maybe slightly worse here. Big take. I'm gonna do this. I could take and play c5, maybe. Maybe that's the way to go. I think I'm just in time. It looks risky. Pawns are weak. I might be gambiting. Like, I guess there's takes in rook c1. After which I probably lose a pawn, like queen b6, takes bishop b7. But maybe I win back the pawn eventually. I thought that wasn't possible. Bishop a6. Yeah, I mean, this was the first thing I calculated, so I think she just missed it. And it's pretty bad for white, because once I take the knight, the rooks get forked. Okay, that was a huge gift. I thought I was on the verge of getting outplayed there. So I think she usually plays d5. She's also a Queen's Gambit Declined player. I'll play knight c3. I played this against Hikaru in the last Title Tuesday. He played e6 in that game. But it's funny because he was also like kind of out of preparation. Yeah, this line is not the most common. Usually the knight's on f6, not c6. With knight on c6, there's some like interesting ideas. For example, queen a5 is losing. I wonder if she's prepared here. What's the line? Takes. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to play bishop c7. Threatening rook d8. I studied this months ago. But there's a really cool idea. After bishop b7, there's h4, rook h3. It's like the one thing I remember. And also, if the bishop develops this way, there's bishop a6 to trap the rook. I do remember the engine says bishop g4 is possible, but after f3, it's not easy for black to play. Yeah, I was actually hoping to get this line against Hikaru, because it's not the most well-known. And, I mean, especially if we get this, like, engine idea. Objectively, it is equal, though. But I think it's a bit easier for white to play. e5. Wow. I have rook d8. That move gives me more of a headache. And I gotta play rook d8. And then take. I can take the rook and take the pawn. I guess it's not a huge... I don't know if it's any edge for white. Because the extra pawn I'm up is just a double c-pawn. But I shouldn't be worse here. It's a funny position. Like, we're both undeveloped on the king side. Like, approaching the endgame. King d7. Develop. Let's start with knight f3. d5 bishop, b5 check. How valuable is the bishop pair? It's pretty valuable. But yeah, let's go for this. Trying to provoke c5. There's a situation where I allow her to take and oh no, my pawn structure. But she doesn't go for it. Bishop d3. So threatening this. I've developed all my minor pieces. Black's minor pieces are not so developed. Now it's a question, do I castle, play pawn c4, have king e2? King e2. Delayed bond cloud. I want to play c4. It gets very positional though. Play this first. I'm not concerned about g2, so I can win g7. I really want to play knight e4. Pressure d6 and c5. Oh, there's knight d5. Okay. Have to keep in mind I'm up a pawn, so if we trade c pawns, that would be nice. Oh, f4 is coming. F4 is very committal. Probably play this and then look to play c4. Rook e8, d3 maybe? Where's the knight going? I'm gonna just play rook b1. Idea rook b7. Not scared of the discover checks. The king might just find shelter on one of these squares. Or maybe it becomes active. King d3, knight b6. I'm seeing a setup with, assuming knight b6, I have c4, bishop d5. And that's just very, very solid. Like rook d8, bishop d5. e4 maybe, event of rook d8. Also some idea of rook e1 to take and then take. Yeah, rook e8 is coming. Maybe king f3. If I take the pawn, takes rook e2. Play king f3. h4 or g5 maybe h4. h6 takes rook h1. Bishop a5. Up a pawn in these lines, but they're not so simple. Okay, so the idea is if knight takes, I take the bishop, and I win one of the pawns. Bishop moves, I probably play bishop a5 or take on f4. Take. It's still not so simple. Go for this though. I have rook e1. I can also take. Go for this. I'm up 2 pawns. Hmm. H pawn's going to be running. There we go. Oh, that was close. Oh no, my queen. Oh no, my queen. Okay. Good game. It was a good fight. Like, even towards the very end with the rook and pawn versus rook and 3 pawns, I wasn't entirely confident. So the team score is 11-19. This is the official broadcast. And I'll probably send a raid to the official broadcast. But I'll also probably put like all these games on YouTube. So if you're watching the future on YouTube,
GG's, congratulations
GG's.
on winning 8 out of 8.
Thank you, Phil Stew.
And we are back, guys. We are back, of course, with the man himself, right? Eric Rosen. I am Eric Rosen. After this performance, that's what he goes by. You have to say it all in one sentence. I am Eric Rosen, right? So very nice. Of course, here we got Jesse Kraai, too, as well, Grandmaster and International Master Eric Rosen. That was nice. Jesse, let's start with you, man. What you got to say to Eric about this performance?
Well, first of all, I just want to say for all the old people at AARP, we're very happy. We needed this boost, man, because this kids are telling us how to do computer stuff, how to use my phone. My daughter's telling me how to use my phone. She's 6 years old, dog.
Wow.
You know, so we get this beat down. It just gives us faith in humanity, you know? Maybe just for one more day. Just for one more day.
Just for one more. That feels good there. I felt that. That's nice. Eric, congratulations, bro. You did 8 out of 8. So were you like mad at the kids or something? Like explain to us how this 8 out of 8 with this field of these strong kids happen.
Oh no, I wasn't angry at all. I was just trying to play quickly, and I think a lot of the games I was just in my comfort zone early on. Like I got all the openings I was going for. I did a little bit of prep for every opponent, and that kind of went a far way because with every game I had a time advantage from early on. Maybe with the exception of my first game against Alice, she got a slightly better opening, but yeah, it's nice to kind of get the opening preparation that I looked at like right beforehand. So really no complaints.
Now, James, you called it because I'll tell you, Eric, right? We were watching you play, and he said, hey, he talks so smooth as if he's so nice, but really he's a stone cold killer. And that's what I just witnessed from you right there. It's all nice and sweet, but we saw what you did. We still got to clean up the blood after all this is over. over, man.
Yeah, like I kind of want to feel bad for like winning all my games, but at the same time,
No,
I think there's a lot of lessons to take away. Like with every opponent, like they really need to do more preparation when it comes to the openings, because a lot of the lines I played a lot before online, and it can really help to like look up your opponent's repertoire before the game and have an idea of what to expect.
yeah.
It's very nice there, Eric, because you came here, showed out 8. It was actually, you guys won, I think, by 8 points. So, yeah, you won by 8 clean. So it was kind of like just all 8 came from Eric. No, but at the same time, it was a team effort. Very good job. So that was awesome. And great prep, man. Great preparation. Yeah. I guess everyone can learn from that, guys. Listening and watching. Preparation,
Thank you.
Right? Good preparation.
I will say the streamers got crushed the first event. So I think enough rage built up that we really wanted revenge this time.
Exactly right, especially with Shreyas too as well. It's just going crazy there. It's nice. And yet Alice Lee here now actually only finished with at 50% with 4 points. So nice job there, Eric. Anything you want to say to the chat and people watching and the kids and people that look up to you, and also the kids that you just beat, in fact. So you just everyone here.
I think it's really important. Like it's so easy these days to get attached to just purely winning or chasing like a certain rating or chasing a certain title. But especially when you're younger, it's so important to just have a growth mindset and learn as much as you can from every single game, especially the draws and the losses. And that's what makes you a better player over time. And take advantage of the fact, especially for the younger people watching, that your brain is more capable of absorbing more information compared to someone like me or Levy or Jesse, where it's sometimes slower for us to actually absorb information these days. So take advantage of being young.
Very nice. Very nice. You got anything for him, Jesse, before we get out of here?
I want to ask you one last thing. I know you're hanging out there in St. Louis. You got all that chess talent around you. And I just want to know, man, what's the dream of the, I am Rosen becoming GM Rosen? I want to know the status of that journey.
Oh, you asked me the same question last time.
Every time, but it's going to keep coming too.
I don't think much has changed. I played a couple local events. I played like the rapid quads at the club the other day. I played a blitz tournament yesterday. This morning we went to a farm and saw some goats with one of your fellow dojos. But I'm trying to enjoy life here, and I'm not like seriously chasing the GM title, but I will be playing the Super Swiss in Vegas coming up, so that's like the next kind of big tournament. But I'm just trying to enjoy chess and try and keep improving, but not necessarily get norms or get a title or anything like that.
I'm gonna ask you next time too.
Sounds good. I'll be ready for it.
Yeah, be ready for it. Well, that's Eric Rosen, guys, of course, star of today. 8 out of 8 for the streamers, as the streamers won over the kids today. So great job, Eric. Thanks so much, guys.